Hearty welcome. Happy Republic Day, the 72nd Republic Day of India, where we got into our constitution and also India became a republic country. What an important day. And welcome to the Chat with Champ show for a special show on this very important day. We should have an important personality. And here, our champion says that there is no limit for life and our life should be limitless. And we have a wonderful message and a quote for our champion for the day. And here the quote says like this: मंजिल इंसान के हौसले आजमाती है, मंजिल इंसान के हौसले आजमाती है, सपनों के पर्दे आंखों से हटाती है, किसी भी बात से हिम्मत मत हारना, ठोकर ही इंसान को चलना सिखाती है. So that is very important. The moment you come into some obstacles, you see that you can learn many things in life. Here we have a wonderful champion, the champion who is going to speak from the heart. We have Sheetal. Sheetal, hearty welcome to you on this Republic Day. Happy Republic Day to you.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much. A very happy Republic Day to you and everyone else as well. Thank you so much
Jai,
for having me.
Jai Hind is what we should say. Jai Hind.
Yes, Jai Hind. And beautiful quote, very relevant to our Republic Day and our nation.
Yes, yes. Because the futuristic approach, the youth who are all watching this program, and with a lot of hope, the country is being built into this 21st century. This is very important. And Sheetal, we welcome you with this Chat with Champ clap. Wow. So, Sheetal, once again, hearty welcome. A beautiful
Thank
journey,
you.
a beautiful journey that you had. In fact, I should say that in our program today, no less than Sania Mirza is sitting before us.
Oh, no. I'm very honored and it's a pleasure for me to be here. I've been following Chat with Champs for a while now, and any day just to get to talk to you is a great day, and I'm very honored. Thank you so much. I don't compare to Sania Mirza or anyone else, but I'm very honored to be here.
It's fantastic. I know you have a journey, beautiful journey from we can say from sports to spoon, and of course we can see
Yes.
the spirit behind the passion behind you and the journey that we would like to understand. Of course, you had an unorthodox journey of tennis. So how did we understand? And the champions are eagerly waiting to listen to your journey, Sheetal.
Yes. So, a little bit about my tennis journey. It wasn't very traditional. As you see, many of the great champions, you would find them at age 3, 5, 7, picking up the sport and playing the sport all their life. But my story was a little bit different. So I grew up playing sports. I played football, I played hockey, I was very active in school. But tennis actually came into my life quite later, after I finished school. So I started playing tennis only at the age of 16. And but I don't know. Immediately when I picked up the sport, I knew that I wanted to compete. I didn't want it just to be a hobby. I knew I wanted to go far and I wanted to achieve things. And I think the world would have said that it was a joke because 16 is when people become champions, not when you start a sport. But I think that just made me work harder. That just gave me the biggest challenge of my life, and that motivated me so much that I never gave it up. I went on till I knew I could achieve something, and so yes, my tennis journey is very different from a lot of the other champions that we know. But at the same time, I had my own journey, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If today you were to ask me that would you have liked to start playing tennis when you were 4 or 5, I would say no, because the player that I became or the person that I became is because of the journey that I've had, unorthodox or traditional, doesn't matter.
Great. If the moment the spark comes to you, you can start at any point of time. That is very important. So better late than never. Whenever you feel that yes, I want to be in this passion or I want to be in this profession, let me take it up. Either it is art or it is sport or anything for that matter. And
Yes.
you have proved it. You have proved it. I think that's very important. And you had a wonderful journey, winning a lot of laurels. And in fact, we also would like to understand the achievements in the tennis that you have made.
Yes. So in the short span of time that I got to learn the sport and advance in the sport, I managed to play a lot of national and international matches, a lot of exposure in the sport, and I managed to achieve my highest national ranking in singles of 63, and in doubles I was ranked 52. So I was quite proud and satisfied with my achievement. And I also had the opportunity to play a lot of international matches, not just in India, but also abroad. I played a few matches in Egypt and Sri Lanka, and that was a huge opportunity for me as well to compete with the best players in the world. So it's been a beautiful journey, and I'm very happy with the opportunities that I got.
Fantastic. I think that's a great journey that you have made, and within a short span of time, you could achieve, you can reach to that level. I know your quote is life without limits. You should not limit your life, and you should expand
Yes.
it. You should think beyond. That is what is important. And through this, the journey that you have learned, I think there are a lot of successes that we have made. So, for our champions and the viewers, what are keys to success according to you?
My number one key would be discipline, because I think in life, without discipline, you can't achieve anything. Especially when it came to my case, people said it's not practical to think of becoming a tennis champion when you started so late. But I ask you, what's practicality? Practicality is just like, if you have a dream, you work for it and you achieve it. If I say that I want to become a tennis player and I do nothing about it, that's unpractical. But if I say I want to be a tennis player, I'm disciplined about it, I work for it, I go for it, then that's as practical as anything else. So I believe to be disciplined is very important, and at the same time to be determined, to not let anything get you down, and to work hard, to just do the work, no shortcuts, and just day after day believe in yourself, and that will take you a long, long way.
Great. Perfect keys that you have given. Discipline, determination, and work hard. Of course, there are no substitutes for this. And one need to be very much disciplined. Fitness is very important. Time, you need to be on time wherever you are there, whether it is for a game or getting up early in the morning and doing the workouts and of course the practices that you need to make. These are some of the falls under the discipline panel or parameters where you work.
Yes, of
यूं ही
course, of course.
इंटरनेशनल चैंपियन से ही बन जाते हैं.
Yes, as you mentioned about fitness, about time, yes, these are some of the things in my life also. I had to make a change, because for 15 years of my life, I was living a certain way. But then to reach a professional level in sport, you need to be on a good diet. You can't have ice creams every day, or you can't eat junk every day. So I had to be on a good diet. And fitness, of course, there are different forms of fitness that you have to do. It's not, when you talk about a tennis player or any sports person for that matter, you see them playing a certain sport, but there's a lot of other fitness that goes behind it, whether it's in the gym, whether it's running, whether it's meditations, yoga. There's a lot that goes into making a player. So yes, all these aspects form a big part of your life, and also certain sacrifice when it comes to time with your family or outings or things like that. So when you want to achieve something, you need to be disciplined, and you need to dedicate yourself to it, dedicate your life to it.
Give 100%. Give 100%.
Yes, yes.
I know that it is very important. Food plays a very important role. I also learned from you about the cheat meal, which is very important. Once in a week, you can
Yes.
go for that. And of course, these are some of the learnings that we need to take it forward. Of course, the key to success you have told, and the fitness mantra, which is very important. So beyond tennis, which other game that you like? Of course, the India Australia match is very much in everyone's mind. People are having a lot of learnings being drawn because any sport that matter, whether it is won or lost, there are a lot of learnings that comes into our life. We learn a lot. So what are the learnings from a sport that we can take?
I actually like I mentioned earlier, I started playing football. So before tennis, my first love in sport, you could say, was football. And for me, one of the biggest learnings from that sport was teamwork and how I learned to play in a team and how you kind of share with each other and learn from each other. And so I think teamwork in sport teaches you how to kind of play with other people, but at the same time be competitive as well. Even as a tennis player, even though I was a single player on a court, there was a team behind me. There was my coach, there was a trainer, there was my family. So I think sports teaches us a lot about togetherness, about a team. Whether it's an India Australia match, you see the whole nation rising. So at the end of the day, I think sport brings people together. So that's one of the biggest inspirations or learnings you can take from a sport. That it might be a competition, it might be anything, but at the end of the day, it's the spirit and the unity behind it that inspires people.
Very good. I think that's really a great lesson that we have learned that togetherness, teamwork, these are some of the lessons that we learn through the sport. Of course, success mantra itself says that success is equal to hard work plus teamwork plus God's grace. So these are some of the
Wow.
mathematical propositions which people put forward, and that's yes, this is very important. As you said, that teamwork also involve family, which is one of the
Hmm.
very important because families blessings and their teamwork giving you all the moral support wherever you go, which is very important. Yes, you have a lot of qualifications that you have gathered during this process. You have kept the balance of sport and also academics. So MBA is at one place, but you have DBA with you. Dream, believe, and achieve.
I think that's the best and highest qualification we can have.
Correct. Dream, believe, and achieve. This takes you to the levels that you want to be, and that can give you whatever you dream. And the moment you believe, you see that you are there and you can achieve. It's like intention, attention, and manifestation. The moment you intend and you attend towards it, it gets manifested over a period of time. I'm sure, Sheetal, you have done that. And as we see that there is not, you can start at any point of time. Age doesn't matter at all. Of course, for the sport, if you say yes, there are age limitations where you need to enter into national to international game. And then for any other thing, of course, and if you are giving 100%, you can reach over there. We have learned a paradigm shift which you have made, the passion which you already had, and from passion to a new profession that you have taken up. Sports to spoon, okay, from a ground to culinary. How did this transform? How did this transformation happen?
Yes. So, a little bit about my family background. So, my family is from the hospitality industry. And my father, I've always seen him at either a restaurant, a hotel, and he's worked really hard. He came to Mumbai as a 19-year-old and he started everything from scratch. And today, the opportunities that I've had, whether it's tennis or just good education, a good life, is because of him and because of everything he's done. But he never ever asked me to join the hospitality industry or never asked me to give up my dreams. The moral support, the family support we were talking about, I had 110% of it. They always encouraged me to play the sport and achieve whatever I wanted to achieve. They never stopped me in any way. And I'm so grateful for that. And I think that's what made me go further. It made me believe that regardless of age, regardless of anything, I could do it. And so I played the sport for as long as I knew that I wanted to achieve something. And after a certain age, a certain stage, I was quite happy with where I was in tennis. And I was happy to overcome this challenge of tennis that life presented me. And then I asked myself, what's next for me? What is the next stage for me? And I realized that the biggest teacher or the biggest role model of my life, that is my father, is the one who I need to learn from now next. So I took the opportunity up as it presented itself to me, and I decided to make the shift to join my father's company and learn this whole new industry, which I've always just heard of through my father but never actually been a part of. So it's been a good couple of years that I made this shift from tennis to now the hospitality industry, and it's been again a good challenge for me, a new step up for me, but at the same time a very interesting journey and a very beautiful journey, and I'm very much looking forward to where this new journey takes me.
Wow, wonderful. That's again a great decision that you have made in fact, go from one to the other, which you loved more, and then again you're going to the second one. Of course, when you hold these spoons in your hand into the hospitality industry, do you also play like a tennis? You feel like that, right? I know it is very, very important. So, as you say, that 100% to be given to the place where you are, and you are into the hospitality industry, taking care of the food, which is very, very important. And food industry is growing very well these days. And you are at the right place where the ideal is with you. Your dad is with you, and you're helping. I'm sure you'll grow very well in this field too. And then there will be one more field that may come through in your own life journey, because you said life is limitless, and life without limits, life without boundaries. There are newer openings that will come as the journey takes you ahead of your life. So how do you differentiate between the sports and the hospitality industry? What are the differences that you find now?
Yes, so actually it was a very sudden change, I would say, because here I was in my sports wear, in the gym or playing every day, and then now I'm in like shirt and pant and like sitting in an office or going around in restaurants. So it's a very different life. It's very different, but at the same time, I would say it's so similar because I think of the passion that goes behind it. For my father, or now even for me, it's not the hospitality industry, or it's not a business for us. For us, it's the pleasure of being able to serve people, of being able to put out good food every single day, of being able to see the happiness in people's faces, of treating our guests like God. So these
Wow.
values, these things make me excite every day, make me go out to the office or to the restaurant and make me work harder, try to come up with new ways to serve people or new ways to keep things more hygienic or to improve our standards, improve our quality. So definitely it's like the two industries, the sports industry and the hospitality industry, are very different in terms of the nature of work. But I think when it comes down to the values, when it comes down to the discipline it takes, to the courage it takes, to the core principles that it takes to be successful in any field for that matter, I think it's pretty much the same. You just need to dream, and why not? Like I said, life is limitless. I don't want to limit myself by being just the tennis player or just that girl who does this. I want to do every single thing that I can do. If tomorrow I were to be satisfied with my hospitality industry journey, and if I were to say, okay, now I want to be an artist, I will not hesitate to make that switch. I will not, because I have this one life and I don't want to limit myself with anything. I remember, sir, you told me the very first time I met you that the sky is also not the limit. And that's very true, that we should not let anything stop us. If you have the courage to dream it, you might as well believe it and you will guaranteed achieve it.
Wow, wonderful message that you have given, Sheetal. Yes, you are the differences that you have given between the sports and the hospital industry. Wherever you are, yes, 100% you need to give, and which you are giving. and you treat people, the guests, as God, which is again Atiti Devo Bhava,
Yes.
right? Which is the mantra of any hospitality industry or anywhere wherever we go. Sheetal, I remember you are coming and being the ambassador of IDF and helping a lot of social projects. One such was Dignity Project, where you were, which was very close to your heart, helping girls
Yes.
with the menstrual hygiene management. So the Dignity Kits. So the Wednesday programs which you started, I wish you share about that program also.
Yes, so I think that was the initial few months that I had just joined my father and the company, and I was coming up with new promotions to boost sales, and so we thought of, okay, let's do this lunch on Wednesdays where we have women coming out together and having a lunch, having a brunch, meeting in groups and having a great time. So that was the concept, that every Wednesdays we would have a women's special day, and that's how the whole thing started. But I somehow felt that it was incomplete if we just limited it to the food and party aspect of it. I thought there needed to be a social aspect to it as well, and I'm so grateful that that thought entered my mind, because that's when I was introduced to you and introduced to IDF. And so I spoke to you, and again, the opportunity presented itself, and we combined the two things together, the Dignity Project together, and we managed to encourage people to come forward and help out and contribute to this beautiful project. And yes, it was beautiful having those women come out there. They're strong, they're independent, they walk out without fear, and to give those same opportunities to a million other girls in India, it was an incredible experience. And whatever small way we were able to contribute, I'm still very happy that we could do that. And thank you so much to you and to IDF for giving us that platform.
Wow. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful goodness journey. Yes, it was a wonderful initiative, and it has impacted a lot of girls. It has impacted a lot of lives. Once again, our sincere gratitude to you. Yes, the hospitality industry was majorly affected during this pandemic, which was again, and I learned about the great things that you have done through your industry, helping out people. And I still remember when we were talking to you pre-lockdown time, and your offer of giving us your the food being can be served through our services through Roti Bank to people who are going hunger. So towards the hunger-free society also, the initiatives were taken up, but in the meantime the lockdowns have come in. So your services, the hospitality industry, of course, they were affected very much, but you went a step ahead. You traveled an extra mile in helping people. We would like to hear that also from you, Sheetal.
Yes, so definitely, as everyone knows, this pandemic has affected each and every industry, but especially in our industry, it was hit very badly. When the lockdown just started, of course, we were shut for a good 2, 3 weeks, completely shut. But then life as we know it presented us with this opportunity to go on, to keep on moving on, and not just us, but through this opportunity, we got to help a lot of people, which was, I think, more satisfying for us than anything. So we had all our staff who were living in our staff quarters, and they had no way of going home, and we were presented with this opportunity to provide food packets to a lot of other people who weren't able to afford or manage to get food for themselves. So this was a totally different thing, because when you're used to serving food by the plate in a fancy restaurant, and then as opposed to that, packing 25,000, 30,000 meals a day and producing that bulk amount a day, it was a huge challenge. And also, it's you had to meet the lunch hour timings and the dinner hour timings, where you're supposed to deliver food by 12, or you're supposed to deliver the food by 7 p.m. In the night. So it was a new challenge for us, but we are very grateful that we got this opportunity to not to like provide food and provide help to so many people who were in need. And at the same time, our staff was motivated, we were motivated to not give up regardless of the situation. We knew that if we kept working, if we kept doing our best, we knew that life would present us with new opportunities. So we had this great opportunity through the government. We got this opportunity to provide food packages all throughout the lockdown, and that's how we got through. And we hope that we were able to get a few other people through as well through our work. And so yes, again, like, if you don't give up, if you just keep working, I think life will just give you the answers.
Yes, Sheetal, you are talking about this wonderful journey. This lockdown has given you a wonderful opportunity to serve people at large. Our salutations. We can say it was a landmark event, being the director of a landmark group of hotels, a landmark event, a milestone for your industry, particularly the hospitality industry. Everyone, for that matter, they all came forward and helped people in a big way. Our salutations. You are also the real frontliners, we should say. The frontliners, though we call them the medical team, but the food givers, the Annadata, we say Annadata Sukhino Bhavantu. So this goes to all the hotel industry people, the hospitality industry, and of course the landmark group of people, which is headed by you and your team. Our sincere salutations to you on this Republic Day. Yes, we need to understand from here, 5 years down the line, where Sheetal will be.
Well, knowing me, I cannot tell you exactly where I will be or what I will be doing, but I know it will always be a step higher and higher and higher in life, because I don't believe in looking back. I think it's very true. The only time you look back is to see how far you've come. So I am a dreamer, I am a believer, and I know that every day that I wake up with a new dream, with a new goal, with a new motivation. So 5 years down the line, I will have plenty more dreams, plenty more beliefs, and plenty more achievements, whether it's sports, whether it's the hospitality industry, or whether it's a new field and a new dream altogether. But this is my life goal, this is my principle, to keep dreaming, believing, achieving, going higher and higher and higher in life, and
Wow.
challenging yourself and motivating yourself every single day.
Wow. I think if Dr. Kalam would have been there, yeah, he would have said Kalam khush hua. And on this Republic Day, where people are trying to aspire and inspire and become legends, and you are one among them, and trying to instill those values and see that you need to keep dreaming, because the word of dreaming, people sometimes also don't dare to dream. Even in dream, they feel that I cannot be better than X and Y. At least in dream they can think that they are the prime minister or they are the king of this country. So the moment the dream becomes bigger and bigger, it materializes into act, or it materializes, it comes into form. So this is the dreaming is very important for the youth who are watching this program. Sheetal is helping us to dream, believe, and achieve. Of course, our the youth who are watching this program, or the champions, the takeaway message from Sheetal, what all things that you would like to give them? Of course, when you come to hospitality industry, particularly into the landmark hotel, there are a lot of takeaways, right? So in your language, of course, the takeaway is very simpler, where you can just pack it, which comes with from the menu. So what comes from Sheetal's menu as the messages for the youth?
Well, definitely, as you mentioned about daring to dream. So, my message would be that do not be afraid to dream. This is your life. This is your opportunity. This is your book, and you have all the freedom to write these pages of your book, write your own story. So it doesn't matter what the world says, it doesn't matter how practical or impractical something is. Dare to dream, be passionate about your life, about what you love, and go for it. So don't be afraid to not dream. And once you dream, life will present you with opportunities. You just have to be brave enough. You have to have the courage to take those opportunities and make the most of them. And yes, of course, nothing falls in place without discipline, without hard work, without dedication. There are no shortcuts in life. So if you're willing to do the work, you will achieve the results. So don't be afraid to dream, no matter how big or small. No one decides what's big and what's small. It's your life. The only person who will limit your life is yourself. And if you believe that your life is limitless, then it really is limitless. And you need to believe it. If you don't already believe it, then believe it. And this is the best occasion to start believing it. It's our Republic Day. Why not? Why the Constitution was put down on this day 72 years ago. So why not put down your own life rules, and you make your life rules, you make your life limits. So I would give out this message to everyone who's listening to this, that make your life limitless and start today.
Wonderful, wonderful message. Make your life limitless. Start today. Be brave. Be disciplined. Be have the dedication towards the life goal that you have made. And hard work is also again very important. So wonderful message that you have put in. And dream bigger and dare to dream. Which and of course it will materialize one day. And wonderful time that we had on this Republic Day. Thank you, Sheetal, for being part of this chat with Champ show.
No, sir, the pleasure is all mine. It's every time I chat with you, I get more inspired. I dream bigger, and I'm just so happy that I got this short time to talk to you. And thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor and a pleasure for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, viewers, you're watching this wonderful chat with Champ show, and you saw how Sheetal, so passionate, and she said that age doesn't matter, you can start anytime. And remember the three key principles which she has been always telling, that is, you need to be disciplined, you need to be hardworking, and dedication and determination. These are one of some of the things which you should have. And throughout the chat, she was always talking about dream. You need to dream, you need to dare to dream, and the wonderful things that the social responsibility that landmark group of companies and particularly Sheetal has been heading is really great. सभी को अच्छा करना अच्छा लगता है, तो क्यों ना हम सब मिलके अच्छा करते हैं। आओ, ये गणतंत्रता दिवस, ये रिपब्लिक डे दिवस पे हम सब मिलके कुछ अच्छा करते हैं। जय हिंद, जय